I'm really happy with my compost. I started making this about 2 months ago when I built these bins. I filled up a couple of them. After filling the bins, I left them for about a week and then started to turn them kind of irregularly. Sort of 2 to 5 days I would turn it, and I would also be adding some water because compost needs four things to really make it work. Air and water are two of those, and the other two things are carbon and nitrogen. The carbon comes from the dry brown material. We used a lot of rice straw and bamboo leaves were the main source of our carbon product, our carbon input, and then the nitrogen rich is the green product. So for us it was lawn clippings and food scraps mainly, and along with some animal manure, some buffalo and cow manure that we had. And I also added some old compost and some of our photosynthetic bacteria plant food to help really initiate, to start it off and to really accelerate the process of it breaking down. And I also put some biochar in, because adding biochar as the compost is being made, it's going to charge that biochar, so when it goes into the garden it's going to have all those good microorganisms in there already. And I've seen a few videos, read some information that you can make compost in 18 days using this method, but we're now at about 60 days, around 2 months. And the quality of the compost is lovely. It's really rich, it's really soft and friable. It smells really nice, and I couldn't be happier. There are lots of little sticks in it, and these are from the bamboo leaves, so they're pretty soft. But I wouldn't, if I was going to use this on for planting seedlings or anything with sort of fine roots, I would sift it out first and take all these bigger chunks out. There's probably some few mango seeds and other stuff in there that from the kitchen scraps that haven't broken down particularly well, or they take a little bit longer to break down. I've also got another compost pile over here that I've filled recently, and I've used less bamboo and more rice straw in there just to try and reduce the size of our pile of rice straw that I've just got sitting there. I'm using it for mulch and other stuff as well, but it's really great for making compost. And I think maybe also with this compost, I didn't have my balance between the greens and the browns, between the nitrogen and the carbon so well. It's apparently good to have a 50-50 balance, but I do things a bit more creatively than scientifically. I'm not going to measure everything and get sort of stuck into the details and do all sorts of stuff. I'm not going to be weighing what I put into my compost. I just wing it and see how we go and experiment and then work with that. But as I said, this is very, very pleasing compost. It's nice, and I've added some of it. I've started using some of it. I'll be planting some mango trees, so putting a good bucket of compost in the hole with the mango trees and a couple of other plants that I put in the ground yesterday. So be encouraged if you haven't tried making compost yet, even if you've only got a small space, or if you're gardening on your porch in your apartment, you can still make compost. It is best if you can make a good quantity of compost, so these bins are like over a metre, so it's over a cubic metre here, and that will help build the heat and retain the heat and break your compost down quicker. But there are products out there that are designed for home gardeners who only want to make a small amount of compost. But it is, in my opinion, one of the best things that you can do to look after the plants that you're growing. And if you'd like to know more about composting and how we do it here at Suansook Homestay, please check out this playlist here. And I'd like to say thank you again for watching another video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed. Thanks for watching.